Yo, what up, boys? Welcome to the stream. How is everybody's week gone? Most have had a great FPL week. I've had a bit of a stinker. It's been one of those weeks this week where it's just not gone the way I wanted it to go, to say the least. Obviously, could have gone better. Would have been a lot happier if it did go better. It's one of those things where it's not gone to plan. Obviously, I don't regret not owning any Arsenal. I think it's one of those things that have bit me now but won't bite me in the long run. And I think it's just one of those things where I've just missed out one week where someone's had a great week and it's one of them. And I think it's not really affecting my rank a ton. It's pushed me back a little bit but not a load. And I just think a lot of people will take -4s this week. A lot of people will be transferring all their Arsenal assets out and taking -12s, And I think you're going to end up losing those points, really. And I just think, I know they technically pay off, but to an extent, I think taking hits always benefits me no matter what. Whenever people take hits, so I don't think I'm in a bad position this week. Matoma is my current captain for 29. She would drop from like 520k to 663, which, to be honest, we took 140k loss. It's a big red arrow. It's one of those weeks where it doesn't fall to plan. What can you do? Just get on with it. We are bench boosting this week, by the way. If we go to transfers, we'll show you the current planned transfers as well. We've got a few things planned this week. A few things that I'm really considering doing. The main one I'm definitely probably going to do is Tony out and Haaland in. But I'm just kind of hoping Tony doesn't get a yellow in the first game, so it might not be Haaland in straight away. It might be a case of doing Ward out. But Ward out for a -4 is a definite move I'll be doing, and I will be bringing in Nick Pope. I think that's like a definite -4 for me, is Nick Pope in. And if I keep Tony instead of Haaland, I'll still do a -4 for Pope because I think he's better than Ward long term. And I'll also do Rico Henry out. Because essentially if I don't have Haaland, which I do want, I could essentially do Rico Henry out for a -4 as well to Luke Shaw and essentially pull a -8. But I just don't think it's worth the -4, to be honest. I think I'd rather just keep the layout I've got. I wouldn't be too annoyed though with that team, to be honest. Going in 13 double players, have 14 if I don't go Tony to Haaland. There's 14 players. I could do Kane out for a 4 if I wanted to make 15. That is where I'm looking. I think Ward to Pope is a definite move I'm going to make. I just don't know whether Pope's going to be fit or what. Obviously he's withdrawn from England. With Rashford withdrawing from England for me, with that knock, was great because he'll be fine within a couple of weeks. It's a slight knock. It's nothing bad, nothing major. And I just think it's alright. Vice Captain McAllister. March is a potential captain as well. I wouldn't mind captaining March. I do quite like the Madison captain. When you look at them, I am quite keen on the Madison captain. The reason I like the Madison captain is because I think with Crystal Palace the way they are right now, and obviously he's got Villa, I think he's due a good 15-18 point week. And I think that is something he could achieve in the double. See, Rashford's going to score big. McAllister, Matoma, March will score big. This team's going to score 140 points. It's just who do I pick for captaincy? And I think the crowd will go with Rashford. And as a United fan, I feel like Rashford is a great pick. I just think Bruno Fernandes would be slightly better because he's on penalties. Obviously, I haven't got him. And I like McAllister because he's on pens. I love March because I think his play is amazing. But it's just Madison stands out there for me. And it all, like, kind of shines on Maddison to the extent of where, like, yeah, Maddison's a pick, you know. Maddison's the one you're going to want. I think, with a lot of people still having 3 Arsenal next week, me having the extra double players will benefit me. It's obviously just not having those Arsenal long term. But it's just the fact that Brighton double 31, double 34 and double 37 pretty much makes me want to keep at least minimum 2 Brighton. I think after 31 I'll go down to 2 Brighton midfielders for the 34 double, because I'll have a Liverpool double in the midfield, so I won't need triple Brighton mid. And obviously 37 will be the same, but I think if I go for 2 of them, it'll probably be Matoma and March, as I think I slightly favour March now over McAllister, even though McAllister's on penalties and I like him. I think he's still a great pick, and he has obviously gone up in price, and so has Solly March. Hasn't he? Oh no, he hasn't. I thought Solly March went up. Matoma's definitely gone up. Matoma's without doubt gone up. Chilwell's gone up, because everyone's started buying him since I've had him. Since flipping game week 27 I've had him, and everyone's buying him now, so he's gone up. But yeah, no. Lovely. But no. I'm quite happy with the way that it's going. Right now, but yeah. I think this week for me it's just been a shit show. Absolute show. I think Man United, in that Fulham game, we played horrific football. It was a disgrace. The fact we won that game 3-1 was even shocking for me. They had 3 red cards. It was an absolute disgrace of a game by us. I wasn't happy with the performance. I was pissed, to say the least, of how Arsenal performed, because that did a right span in my rank. Obviously, it was one of those things where I knew Saka was definitely going to come back with 2 returns that game. It wasn't so much the Salah that hurt me, it was more the fact of Martinelli returned as well, because he's a stupid little prick, so it was one of those. I think that did hurt me a bit though. I think, yeah, that rank loss definitely hurt me a bit. But hey, we move. What can you say? We just need top 400k, and now we're like top 600, top 700k. So we move. It's a red arrow. You know, we get on with the week, and we just roll with it. I wouldn't be mad running this team. I've got a free transfer though, so definitely would just go out to Pope, I think. And then there might be a -4 in there somewhere. Or I just won the 14 double players in Kane and don't bring Haaland back till 30. It's just that gut feeling of Haaland versus Liverpool. I do think though Tony in a double I don't mind. I know he's got Brighton, but I think for me he could definitely score versus Brighton and definitely score versus us. It's just whether he's going to get that yellow card or not. I'm tempted to -4 him to Isaac. The reason I'm tempted to -4 him to Isaac is I quite like Isaac's fixtures in the long run. And I think I'll probably end up just ditching Kane for Haaland, as I just like Isaac for 30. You've got a double in 31. Or I'd ditch Watkins, but I don't want to ditch Watkins versus Forest. So it's going to really be a case of ditching Kane and just bringing him back. I think, because I really wouldn't want to ditch Ollie Watkins versus Forest. Newcastle have an amazing game week 30, I'm quite sure. Brentford, no, that's not really that great. But then Villa. And I think the double in 31 is nice for Newcastle. But if I do go Pope, I'll have triple Newcastle, so I can't go Isaac. That is the only bad thing. But I don't mind having triple Newcastle though, just because of the fact of they double 31. You know, there's three double game week players there. You got 3 double game week players in the Brighton midfielders. You've got double game week players in the who else doubles 31? Is it just Newcastle and Brighton? Who else is there? I think there's West Ham possibly double 31. No, they're double 30. Yeah, they're double 34. But either way, there's like 6 double game week players there. You know what I mean? And then the rest of my team will be like Kane, Haaland, Maddison, Rashford, and Chilwell or something. Or Watkins, or whatever I play that week. Really will depend what I play that week. I think it was an absolute shit show though. I'm actually just pissed. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pissed off mood. I think it's got to the point where like it's ruined my weekend. That Arsenal goals. It's really got on my nerves. And it's just like the one week I don't own freaking Saka, he goes and gets a freaking 18 pointer. I think it's an absolute piss take. And I wouldn't mind. It's not so much the 18 pointer that's got on my nerves. It's the fact that he's been 600k captained and all, and most of the top 700k have captained him. Hello, Slay. You can't tell already. I'm in a little bit of a pissed off mood with the way the Arsenal games went. I'm happy with the Crystal Palace goal. I wouldn't have minded one goal for Saka, but the fact he has to go and return 2 flipping goals and an assist was just an absolute piss take. Was it 2 goals and an assist? Or was it a goal and an assist? I lost count, to be honest. I lost count. I think it was 2 goals or goal and assist or 2 goals and assist. I can't remember. Yeah, no, it's 2 goals and assist. That's right. Yeah, it was 2 goals and assist because he got 15 and the bonus, so 18. Either way, I wouldn't have minded just a goal and assist, but that second goal really just pissed me off. I'm not annoyed with it in the long term because I think everyone's going to have to start taking loads of hits next week. Yeah, and loads of transfers to get Saka out and get Martinelli and Zinchenko out. And I don't like Arsenal players as a long term for me. I don't like it because I think there is better midfielders and there is better strikers long term than the Arsenal players. Especially with the upcoming doubles in 31 and 34 and that. I just think it was a little bit shit, to be honest, for it to happen this week. I think if it would have happened next week where Saka got like a 15 pointer or something, I don't think I would have been as annoyed. Because it's not happened in the one week where a lot of people are captaining him. Obviously, it was only like 600 or something K, but it was still very effective towards my rank. We have made a little bit of a new stream layout, Slay, by the way. So if you like this new stream layout, let me know. I'm going to experiment with a couple new overlays. But no, it was a bit of a shit show. By the way, boys, the one transfer I'm definitely making for next week is Ward to Pope. I've had a think about it, and I just think Pope's the best keeper for me. As he doubles in 29, he doubles in 31, he's playable 30, but I'll play Raya anyway. Very high scoring team. Them is essential in my opinion in mid. I think I can bring Saka back game week 30 if I wanted to. It's just, I think if I was to bring Saka back, it would be 31 when Maddison starts having a crap run again. But then, to be honest, I don't really think... Yeah, nice. Thank you. Yeah, no, I have been making some overlays up myself and I've been experimenting around. I'm just going to see which ones work. I haven't fully set everything up yet, but we're getting there. I haven't had really chance, to be honest. I've just kind of whacked this on to have me rant. I haven't had a chance to set up all the graphs and stuff today. I'll get those set up for tomorrow's stream. It's been a bit of an annoying week. But to be honest, I'm going to be in the mood for the next 2 weeks until Gameweek 29 because I was like 420k, you know, rolling 5 points off 300k, and then Saka goes and drops a freaking 18 bomb. Freaking typical. It's like, test your luck, why don't you? Yeah, no, I don't regret not owning Saka. Like I've said, I still think, for me, Maddison was the better pick, and Maddison was unlucky not to get a goal. But the way I see it, Maddison should have had a goal that game. Iheanacho was on the bench, which was a bit weird. Daka can't hit a freaking barn door. Neither can Joe Felix. I know he scored, but for crying out loud, he had about 50 chances. I heard about the Rashford news. I spoke on this a little bit. As far as I'm aware, it's just a knock. No, he wasn't withdrawn from the England squad. He withdrew from the England squad himself. And from what I've been reading and what I've been looking at, he's just going to be out for a week. And he's just going to be out for a week, and that's it, Slay. From what I've seen, he's going to be out for a week and he'll be back in training, be absolutely fine. It's just a slight knock, nothing too heavy, nothing to worry about. He'll be fine for 29. I wouldn't stress about Rashford for me. He'll be fine for 29. As far as I'm aware, he's just not playing in England just to be cautious, to make sure he can have a week off, get back to fitness, be fine for the weekend in the Premier League. I think he's just doing it out of caution to not possibly actually get an injury. He's just on the point where it's a slight knock and a slight strain, so I wouldn't stress it with Rashford. He'll be absolutely fine. My cap for 29. Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, I don't think it's anything major. My captain for 29 is a template will be Rashford. I'm looking to go away from the template. I think I'm going to go Maddison or Matoma, or possibly Solly March, as I think those could be really good picks. In 29, I don't know with Rashford. You see, I'm unsure. Obviously, worst case scenario, as far as I'm aware, and I'm telling you now, I'm 90% sure it's nothing and it'll be fine for 29. But if that 10% does happen, then I'll be selling him to Bruno Fernandes for a -4. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. With the Ward situation, Ward to a keeper for a -4 is justifiable because he's not going to play either of the games. Your keeper's going to guaranteed get 2 a game. You get someone like Pope who should get a clean sheet in one of the games and save points. You're up anyway. Yeah, no, I'm in a bit of a weird position for me because there's like, I like the look of Isaac for Tony, but then it's like with Pope it's a -4 and I can't get Pope in because I've got 2 Newcastle defenders and there's headaches all over the shop because there's players I want, but then obviously I've got 2 Newcastle so I can't have 4, so it's headaches for me, I think, at the moment. If we pull up the transfers, we've got 9.7 in the bank and we have 1 free transfer. But no, yeah, I'm struggling myself, to be honest. I don't normally struggle with these kind of decisions, but I'm really, really struggling to kind of decide who I'm going to go with. And it's quite annoying, to be honest. I think if I was to get rid of Ward, it's going to either be to Pope or De Gea, but I think because De Gea blanks 32 and Pope doubles 31, I prefer the triple up on Nick Pope, and that leaves me 8.3. And what I was considering, and I don't know whether this is really ballsy, is a possible Henry to James for a -4 as well, but I don't think that's something I'll do. But it was something I was considering. I think the Pope move is pretty much the only one I'm 90% sure on. Oh, it's not your last chance for rank pushing at all. You'll find when it comes to like Game Week 34 onwards, everyone starts making differential captains. So you'll be able to push a lot of rank with some differentials. I'll tell you who I do really, really like as a differential, boys, if you're going to get a midfielder in for the likes of Saka or something, is Benrahma. I think Benrahma this week is going to pop a good 15-pointer for West Ham. He's on penalties. He's having amazing games. In the last 4 games, he scored 2 10-pointers and a 5. And I just think he's on really nice form. I like how he's playing. He's back to the old Benrahma we used to see. So I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed though. Honestly, I know it's alright because I've obviously gone down to 663k rank or so, but obviously I wasn't in the top 420k. But I mean, it's not to the point where I'm annoyed about it because I just know I'm going to catch up with the doubles. It's kind of just hoping next week that Arsenal flop, Arsenal do fuck all, and then we just have a great week. It's really just kind of hoping that Arsenal don't do anything, which is a bit of a hard one. It really is. You know, there's so many options across the board, but you don't want to be taking too many hits, and that is the real problem this week. Like, I fancy Trent Alexander-Arnold. Really do. But then I don't know if I'd have enough money. Let me just put Haaland in a moment. I just want to make sure I'd have enough money to bring in Trent Alexander-Arnold if I wanted to. 4.1. So yeah, I can bring in Trent Alexander-Arnold if I wanted to. I do feel my gut and my head tells me Tony is going to pick up a yellow in that Brighton game. I feel he's going to pick up a yellow. Because for me, that's quite an important game. I can't remember if it's a derby or not, but it's quite an important game, and I just think he will pick up a yellow in that game. My instinct tells me he will. I don't know. I'm not feeling Tony this week. I really ain't. I'm not feeling him. I'm considering a -8. I'm considering Tony to Haaland and Henry to Trent Alexander-Arnold for a -8. With Pope, obviously. And the reason I'm considering it is because I don't mind Trent instead of Henry. I feel that could be a really big thing for me because I love Liverpool's fixtures. I really do not mind Liverpool's fixtures. I know they've got Arsenal, but then they've got Leeds and Nottingham Forest and West Ham. And I'm just thinking, I know they've got City and Chelsea, but those are the games where Trent Alexander-Arnold turns up, does bits, Liverpool play well. Those are the kind of games I think he could get assists, get goals, you know, bonus points. So I don't mind that game for Trent. I really don't. Nor for Robertson, but I think he's a Scottish idiot, so I won't be buying Robertson. I'll talk about that in a bit. I just don't like Robertson. Something about him, man. Can't stand him. I think he's a good FPL asset. I just don't like him in general. Don't like Richarlison either. I think he's a tosser. I think he was a tosser on the weekend versus Southampton. I think what Conte said in that press conference about Spurs was bang on. No teamwork whatsoever. All of them were hogging the ball. No one was playing it. You know, you're drawn to freaking Southampton. It's ridiculous. He is a Scottish idiot. He's a Scottish twat if you want me to say it, because I don't like him. I really don't. I can't stand the bloke. I don't know what it is about him. I don't like Robertson. I don't like the way he plays. I just don't like him in general. He has been a good FPL asset for me before, but I just don't like him as a player. Like, I'll compliment any player that do well. If he does really well, I'll compliment him, but that doesn't mean I like him. Oh, Conte's pretty much handed in his resignation letter. That speech was pretty much, here's my resignation, I'm off, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. That's pretty much what the Conte situation is. And do you know what? I think, fair enough, bang on, it needs to be said. You know, the Spurs owners are a mockery. The whole Spurs is a mockery. It's not the manager's fault. It's not the players' fault. Fans are going and paying money to watch them play, which is exactly what he said, to go and watch that crap. If you're a flipping Spurs and you're in the top 4 in the Premier League and you're drawing 3-3 to Southampton who are 20th, then I don't even need any excuses for that. That's worse than that freaking arse whooping we had from Liverpool 7-0. You can't go and freaking draw to a bottom team. It's a mick take. Especially for Spurs. For me, Kane was unlucky not to have 2 goals in that game. Kane should have had 2 goals. And I would have been sat here in a happy mood if Kane had 2 goals because my rank wouldn't have been hurt as much. I don't know. I think this is one of those weeks where it's just been crap. I was disappointed with the Man United performance. I thought we played shit. If it wasn't for that stupid mistake from Willian and the penalty and Mitchell getting sent off and Marco Silva as well, I don't think we would have won. I think it's really, really bad. And I'm not happy with the way we're playing, to be honest. And this is a United fan sitting there ranting about my own club because I think it's ridiculous. I still think that Casemiro red was ridiculous. What I do find funny is Mitrovic has been banned for 10 weeks, by the way, boys, if none of you have heard. It has been put out on the Independent and all the Daily News. He's been banned for 10 games for pretty much shoved the referee, blah blah blah, had a go at him for the Willian, which, if you're going to stick your hand out and prevent a goal and deliberately handball it in the box, you're going to get a red card and sent off, and it's going to be given a penalty. Don't try to be smug about it, don't try to be sneaky, and don't try and get away with it. If you stick your hand out full force at the ball deliberately to block a goal, you're going to get sent off. And then if a player thinks he can go kick off and start having a go at the ref, he's going to get sent off and all. And so is the manager when he does it. And I didn't see anything wrong with them red cards. I thought they were fine. I thought, you know what, roll on, banging. 3 red cards, 8 managers off, 2 of the players off, let's win this game. And we did. But we still only won it 3-1. I think if they went down to 9 men, that's when we should have started hammering a good 4 or 5 goals in. And that's what I didn't like. I think we didn't play well. That was all over us, for me, for the first half. Second half, we were definitely better. But I still think it was a really, really bad game. And I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. I didn't enjoy keep looking at my phone at the Arsenal notifications either. To do Tony to Isaac Haaland, and then Tony to Isaac / Haaland, and then Zinchenko to James / Trent. The move that everyone will do, Slay, and I wouldn't think of this as a -4. Ward to Pope -4. Get it out. Ward will not play. That's something I'll do straight away. I'm not worried about that move because I just know I'm guaranteed my 4 points back because Ward won't play anyway. So the way I see it, that's a 0-point hit. I'm not taking any hits because I'm going to get the points back with Pope. I reckon Newcastle get a clean sheet versus West Ham. So I reckon I'm getting 6, 8 points and bonus points. 11 points. So I'm gaining 7 that I wouldn't have had. And my 4 back anyway because Ward's not playing. So I'm not taking any kind of hit with Pope. So I'm ignoring the Pope here and I'm just going to do it because I really don't consider it a hit for me. I don't consider Nick Pump moving that button because otherwise I'll click it as a hit. I think Rico Henry to Trent Alexander-Arnold I like. I really do like that. And then I've got enough money to do Ivan Toney to Haaland. And do you know what? I like this -4. I know I've only got 13 doublers. I ain't got Ward to be honest, I've got Kepa and Raya, so I'm chilling. Oh yeah, you got Kepa and Raya, ain't you? Yeah, so you're fine. Obviously, like I've said, for me, I'm only taking a -4, not a -8, because I do not consider the Water Pope as a -4. I'd ignore that one. And then it'll be a case of taking Henry to Arnold for a -4, and Tony to Haaland for a free transfer and a -4. So essentially taking a -4. And I just think Tony gets a yellow card. Tony does jack crap. He doesn't score. I don't like him for the double. Not as many people will have Haaland. And I don't think many in my league will have Haaland. So it's a massive actual differential for once. If he can go and pop a hat-trick versus Liverpool. Which I could see him doing. But I think for me, it could just be a case of keeping Rico Henry. I mean, I suppose if you don't think Trent's going to get an assist, but I do think he will, then I suppose you've just got a 4-pointer for Rico Henry. I don't mind Rico Henry's attacking threat, though. Triple Brighton did me well. Triple Brighton will do me well. I think what everyone's got to remember this week is Estupinan is currently in Australia for the international break. Estupinan only comes back 3 days before the weekend match. So he will not be ready for the weekend match after the World Cup. So I promise you boys now, I cannot see him playing that first match versus Brentford. He'll play the Bournemouth one, but I don't see him playing the Brentford match, Estupinan. But I still think it's someone I wouldn't sell, because Bournemouth for me is a great team and he's going to get a clean sheet out of that. So I wouldn't be selling Estupinan, I just think you'll get one game out of him. But I still think he's worth it for me, as there's a possibility he could possibly be back earlier for the Brentford game, but I don't think he will be. And they'll get a clean sheet in the Bournemouth game. So I'd be more than happy to play him. Obviously, not having Mings, because I had Mings over Botman before, has annoyed me a bit, but then I just look and I think, do you know what, I've got Botman for a double game week 31. It saves me transfers down the line. So I've lost 10 here, but I could gain 10 here. And I just think it's better for me, as I prefer Newcastle anyway, game week 29 to Aston Villa defence. As Villa's fixtures, let's be fair, they're going to concede to Chelsea, they're going to concede to Leicester. That's a given. With Matty Cash, I've got attacking return potential. You lot are going to lose the clean sheet on Mings. But I like the attacking return potential on Matty Cash. I think he'll pull an attacking return out of the bag. Versus one of those games. I don't actually really mind. I really like Isaac, man, but I don't want to be. I wouldn't get Isaac. I've said it before, Slay. I said he'll probably play 90 minutes in 28, but I don't trust his minutes in 29. I don't really like his fixtures after, and I think if it was a case between having, because Isaac or Watkins would have to go 30, and Isaac has Brentford and doubles 31, but Watkins has Forest. So I think I'd rather just not get Isaac in at all, bring Haaland in, and just do that. As I just don't really think it's worth it. I think he could score maybe a goal in 29, but I just think you've got to look at this long term. And I think Watkins is fine for me to keep long term, and then 31 get Watkins out to Ings possibly, or make 2 transfers, or don't have Pope, bring Kepa in instead for a -4, and I can bring Isaac in 31 for Watkins as Isaac doubles. There is a lot of options to play around with. It's just whatever you do with this team now is setting you up long term. So a lot of thought has got to go behind this for me. And I think a lot of people aren't thinking when they're bringing in Shaw and De Gea and Rashford and Bruno and having these triple United. But the way I see it, we blank in 32. I don't want a load of players who are going to blank 32. For me, Rashford is enough. I don't want Shaw. I don't want De Gea until after 32. I'll bring him in 33, have him 33, have him 34 double, have him 37 double, have him 35, 36, 38. All those good fixtures. Because I got one transfer now. Yo, Pratik, how are you, bro? What are you on about? How's it going? It's going alright. Let's say I'm not very pleased with this week. I've had my rant. I'm not going to go on about it anymore. But yeah, we'll say it was a bit of an annoying week. We'll put it in the nicest terms I can, without slagging off Arsenal too much again. Nah, I'm alright to be honest with you. I ain't too annoyed. I just wish it wasn't Saka who got the 18 pointer and it was Martinelli instead. I would have preferred that. But no, how are you, Petit? We've just been having a little rant about how I thought the United game was shit. I wasn't happy with the Arsenal game, to be honest, and so on. Oh, Slade loves hearing me have a rant, you know. Slade loves me having a good rant. Because, honestly, I could talk the face off the earth, me. 12 days of no FPL, yeah. Instead of 12 days of no FPL, you've got 12 days of me whinging. Because that's what you're going to have, is 12 days of me having a moan. That's alright, Pratik. I'm going to be here for all week. The only days I will not be here, boys, is on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And I might not be live Monday, but I'll possibly be live Monday. But I should be live Tuesday. I'll be live Wednesday. I won't be live Thursday, Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but I will be live the next 2 days after today. And it'll be about the same time as this. Which is all good. That's why I don't mind hearing more about that win. Oh, shut up, Take. In the nicest possible way, shut up. Amazing win, my arse. You played flipping Palace, who are managerless. Useless at the freaking back. I don't think that's going to happen much more, to be honest with you. I think... Fair enough. I don't want to talk about it again. Yeah, go and enjoy your food, Slay. I'm sure Pratik and me can sort out some things while you're gone. On here. This is what I'm looking at, though. By the way, Pratik, because you just joined, I'm doing Ward and Pope. Ward to Pope and Tony to Haaland for a -4 is what I'm looking at right now. I just think... I know, obviously, it doesn't seem like an amazing -4. Waiting for Gary Neville to say Arsenal will end up outside of top 4. He said it ages ago, bro. Yeah, I know. I need to get Fabio in here. Can you just like bug him on Discord for me, Slay, while you're having dinner for me, please, and see if you can get him in here? That'd be great. Well, you've got a good another hour of me ranting. Why Pope? Doubles question. Right. The reason with Pope is, the way I see it, because you've got Ward as well, Pratik, I think, haven't you? You got Ward as well? Yeah, I think you have. Ward doesn't play. Won't play both those games, so the -4 doesn't turn into a -4 because Pope will play both. There's minimum 2 points. I reckon he gets a clean sheet versus West Ham. I like his save points, and he doubles in 31. So I do like Pope. That's pretty much my reasoning for Pope. And I think he's kind of a keeper I can just whack in the net, even if he has a bad week, and I'll be happy playing him. So I think if you've got Ward like me, Ward to Pope for a -4 is definitely worthy. I just wouldn't do it till deadline day. as we do need to see what happens, as because it could all change. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think Ward will probably start again for a while. I think it's going to be like the Sanchez and Steele situation, where Steele takes over as the number one, which he has, and it'll be the same for Iverson. Iverson will probably take over as the number one. Why not make the goalkeeper move and hold off on the Tony move? I'm not making any of the moves today. I'm not making any transfers because I don't know if anyone's going to get injured in the international break. I don't know if anyone's going to get what's the word? Suspended or something stupid. I don't know. Anything could happen, so I'm holding off for now. Will Tony score 4 points more than Haaland across 2 games? There's some doubt that. Well, you've got to put into the fact as well is I feel Tony has 1 yellow card off. Critique for me, the -4 for Haaland for Tony. Not as many will have Haaland. He's actually kind of a differential for once. Tony will get a yellow card in that Brighton. I could bet my whole freaking house on it he'll get a yellow card in that Brighton game. And I just don't think he'll score versus Brighton, because Brighton have looked great. I don't know what it is. I don't feel Tony's really worth it. Right. I'll tell you what, we'll pull up his FPL team. Because I can actually make the transfers on FPL team. Still got 1 game minimum. Yes, he does. But I don't know. It's one of the, for me, where I feel Haaland could just go and bag a hat-trick versus Liverpool for me. It's something I can just see happening. Right, let's go into bench boost. Right. Let me sort this Gameweek29 team out. So let me put the players I had on before. So bench Henry. Bench Kane, as he's not going to get captained anyway. And captain James Maddison. It will probably be Rashford, but I like Maddison, to be honest, as a punt. And then we'll do Tony to... not Tony captain. Tony to Haaland. Bloody hell, let me transfer him out, will ya? Jesus. And Ward to Pope. And I know... yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could just do the goalkeeper move, but... he's predicted more. I don't know. It's just that yellow card, man. Because I just know he'll get a freaking yellow card if I keep him, and it'll just piss me off. It will ruin my freaking week. It really will. Obviously, if I don't do it, I've got 14 double players. Right, so this is 140. If I put Haaland in, excluding the -4, because it don't include that, it will go down to 135. So I'd say, I'm not actually sure. I'll tell you what we can do. Let me have a look. Projected points. Let's have a look on here. Let's pull up the graph up here. This normally does me a massive favour. This. Let me have a look at the. Let me have a look. So hold on. Rashford's predicted 8.3, by the way. Right, Kepa 8.1. Right, Kepa's predicted 8.1 points. What's Tony predicted? 7.6. Where's Haaland at? Fernandes, Bowen, and Salah predicted quite high. Find Haaland. 6.88, so... yeah, Tony's predicted 1 point more than 29. 6.5, sorry. 6.5, sorry. 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, Isaac predicted 6.4. Sanchez obviously won't play, so I'd ignore that now. I predicted 6. He's predicted more, Tony, but if I think he don't get a yellow card, let's say in the Brighton game, then I'm happy keeping him. I just don't really want him to get a yellow card, and I just think, yeah, I know, it is a risky one. I might just hold off till 30, to be honest. I'll see what I'm feeling like. Yeah, what I'm trying to say, Pratik, if he scores versus Leicester, if he scores a goal and gets a yellow, I don't mind. It's just more the fact of I don't really want him to get a yellow versus Brighton. Sorry, not Leicester, Brighton. It's a real because he just always gets a yellow in the freaking 90 something minute. It does my head in. Pisses me off, honestly. McAllister's predicted 7.6, March 7.9, and Matoma 8.1. Well, 8. I know Rashford's predicted 8.3. Madison's only predicted 7. Well, I don't know. You ranting about the United game, you in the semis. I was ranting about the United game, right? The reason I was ranting about the United game was because I think we played shit. I think we was lucky to get away with the win. I think we was lucky to go through, to be honest, to the semis. You know, obviously, William Hambaldi got a red, Mitchell got a red. He's suspended for 10 games now. They've upped the suspension. And obviously, what's his face? Marco Silva got a red. But for me, feel we didn't play our best. And I didn't like the football we were playing. I wasn't happy with the football. I've got to admit. And I know we win, and I'm very happy about the win. I just think Fulham should be an easy side for us. You know, Fulham should be one of those games where we go 3-0 up in the first half or 3-0 up across the game and win comfortably. It shouldn't be one of those games where I'm sat in my seat, we're freaking 1-0 down, and we have to get 3 red cards, a manager and 2 players to actually be able to win. And I think it was a mockery, a disgrace, and I think they shouldn't be proud of themselves. And I think they should get back to work and training because it was horrific football. You know, I wouldn't mind if we were losing if we were actually playing good football, but it wasn't. We was all over. We were getting trounced for the whole game for me until that happened. And I didn't enjoy it, to be honest with you. I really didn't like it. Gameweek predictions, who is best? Okay. I'll see what Ben Quellen's posted quickly. Here you go. Brighton 3. Yeah, 34 plus 37 and 31. Man City 34 plus 37. Man United 34 plus 37. Chelsea 34. 37 for 1 game week. 2 probs, 2, 3 game weeks. 3 double game weeks. 1 double game for Chelsea 34/37. 1 for Liverpool. 1 for West Ham. 1 for Fulham. And Newcastle will probably, double game week will be 31. 35 or 36. Most likely 31 though. Oh my goodness. What are you saying so sorry for, Pratik? I had a look at the goalkeeper predictions, and Kepa is predicted 8.1, Raya is predicted 8.1, and Pope was predicted 7. I still prefer Pope. And the reason I prefer Pope, right, is when you look at it, Pope has Man United and West Ham. Chelsea has Aston Villa and Liverpool. Would you do Saka to Bruno? If you are capable of benching Bruno 32 for the blank game week for Man United, then I think that's a great move, as I think Bruno will have a massive haul this week. I do like Bruno Fernandes, but I would not make that move until the deadline day. So I would wait until deadline day or the 31st of March. I wouldn't do that yet, as there could be injuries. Bruno should probably play in the international break for Portugal, so I would hold off on the move, as there could be injuries to the players. For me, I think I'd just wait and see what happens. But I do think it's a very good move. I'm quite intrigued to see what your team would be, Mai. If you can put your team in the chat, Lotaf, I'll have a quick read of your team and give you some transfers. If you put in the chat your team, how many transfers you've got and so on, then be great. Banned word for the week on this stream. Yeah, Saka is a banned word for the week on this stream, you're right. But I've said it about 65 times this afternoon. Of how much of a dick he is. Oh well. Like I've said, Pratik, I'll take it on the chin. I tend to use bench boost in 32. I intend to use bench boost in 32. I wouldn't bench boost 32, my Lotov. I'd bench boost 29. Game week 32 will be a massive blank game week with like Man United, Chelsea, Brighton, and so forth doubling. Blanking. So I will definitely, for me, use your bench boost 29. 29 is the best bench boost this year for me. I wouldn't use it any other time. I think if you've got at least, I'd say 11 players doubling this week, I would bench boost this week for me. And if you can get more, even better. I've only got one move planned this week, and that is Ward to Pope. And I am still considering Tony to Haaland for a -4, but I might not do it. We'll see. Probably won't do it. I've still got 8.2 mil in the bank as well with this move, which is very nice because it does allow me to possibly, let's say if Rashford is in the case where Rashford is injured, then I'll take the -4 and get rid of Rashford to Salah. So I have got good situations here. Free hit in 32. Yeah, free hit in 32 is fine. I would obviously do live streams. I'm not really making videos as much now because I don't get the time, but the live streams are a lot easier for me. But what I'll do, and same for you, Pratik, is I will link the Discord in the chat. What all of us lads tend to use. I'll put a link in the chat, and if you join that up below, if you want to post all your stuff in the chat, your teams and stuff, and I'll have a quick look at it, as well as your current free hits and everything. Because honestly, the Discord is very helpful. I'm really active in the Discord. I'm active in the Discord quite a bit every day. I tend to be mainly active in. The only times I won't be active really this week is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll be active Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and the following Monday. But I don't really tend to be active on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There won't be any stream Thursday, but there will be stream tomorrow and Wednesday. But I'm fairly active on the Discord. So if you want to hit me up on the Discord as well anytime, just honestly, more than welcome to. Same with you, Pratik. I'll also link the I'll get the link up now, and I'll link the FPL league that I made for everyone to join. So if you want to join the FPL channel league, you're more than welcome to, bro. I'll link that in the description as well now. Just let me get the link up as I'm putting the links through on my phone, so just have to bear with me a moment. Just have to bear with me. But no, I like free hit 32. I think free hit 32 is probably the best one. Are you bench boosting in 29, mate? Yes, I am bench boosting in 29, bro. I am bench boosting in 29. You're right. There's a link for the Discord in the chat. I'll also get you both in the league. There's only like 3 of us in there at the moment. I need to get some more in. I only literally made it like yesterday, so I haven't really linked it anywhere. I've just put Fabio and Slay in it, so for now there's just a couple mods in. We'll get some more people in there. It's not really a main league, it's just pretty much anyone who comes on and wants to get in it, I can review their weeks then, and we'll do a team of the week, and it's a lot easier for me to help you by being able to look at teams, look at data, look at everything I can, to give you the best advice. Obviously, I said to me last week I didn't like Isaac, and I still agree with my decision. I know he got a 13-pointer, but I don't like Isaac. And the reason I don't like Isaac is I just don't think he's going to get enough minutes in 29, and I just don't like him as a long-term pick. And I still feel Watkins was better for me. I know Isaac scored 8 more this week, but I feel Watkins could score another 15 more next week, so for me, I like Watkins as he's got Forrest in 30 as well. I just think he's a better pick than Isaac. And I just think Isaac's still a minute risk. Did Isaac really affect my rank at all? No. Isaac did jack crap to my rank because not really anyone owned him. So I wasn't bothered about Isaac, to be honest. I didn't really care that he got a 13-pointer. I just got on my week. It didn't bother me. Where the Saka and the Martin... Well, we'll say the Arsenal players. We'll just call the Arsenal players. Give me a little bit of a good hiding in my rank. Let's put it that way. Went from 420 to 664k, but we took a red arrow. We'll take it on the chin. You know, it's one of those weeks. What can you do, eh? At least they didn't get a clean sheet. That's all I care about. At least the Zinchenko owners didn't get a clean sheet to piss me off even more. I would have liked the Maddison goal. Maddison should have had a goal this week. I think if Maddison would have had a goal, then I don't think my rank would have been as low as it is now. I think I would have still been on a green arrow. But hey, we move. We move. Yeah, no, sound Pratik. If you're gonna join up, that's absolutely sound. If you want to join the Discord as well, Pratik, if you have got Discord, bro, because it's a lot easier for me, to be honest. Yeah, I think you're in it, Pratik, aren't you? Is you the Salazar, Pratik, or is that Lotaf? But the Discord is great for me because it saves me having to do all the other messages on separate platforms. We can all just chat in one area, and it makes it a lot easier for me to get around everything. And it's just a lot easier for me to post images in there, post tips in there, stats in there, news in there. It's a lot easier for me to process and everything and do everything. How was your weekend, Pratik? Did you have a good weekend? I'm assuming you watched the Arsenal game as well. I'm assuming. And I know you've got your Arsenal ticket lined up, ain't you, as well? Which is great. Yeah, no, if I think Rashford's injured, which 90% now I'm sure he's fine. It's only a little knock. I'll bring in Salah in a -4. I should have a quick drink, boys, because my throat is horrific today. Who are you captain in 29, Pratik? Because at the moment I'm on Maddison. But it'd probably be Matoma or something. But at the moment I'm on Maddison. But yeah, no. The captain's is quite a bit of a weird one. I did put a poll up, by the way, boys. I'm quite curious what my poll is looking like. I'm sure I put a poll up. I swear to God I put a poll up. Did I not put a poll up? Nah, I swear to God I put a poll up. That is meek, that is. That's annoying. Here you go, Pratik. Because that'll be a bit more helpful if I get numpties in the chat. It's nice to have a couple more. I don't want you being a mod either, Pratik, to be honest, bro. You, Slay, and Fabio as mods is fine for me. I don't need any more. I'm quite happy with that. Are you still in here, Pratik? If you are, so I'd love to, like I said, hear your captain. See pick for this week. Love to see it. Might just be me, Pratik, of the chance to go up. Okay, all good, Pratik, be story, bro. For me, it was showing no one in chat. There we go, you are here, that's fine. I was confused because it was saying no one was in chat for a moment. I was confused as hell what was going on. Because as far as I was aware, on my screen, it was fine. Do you like your little, do you like your colour and your name now? It does look better, to be fair. I have a spanner next to my name now. Yeah, you have a spanner next to your name because I made you a moderator. Because I said to Slay and Fabio I needed another moderator, so we've got 3 moderators now, which would be fine. I don't mind. I trust you with the moderator. I was away for 10 minutes in between. No, it's all good, bro. I was talking to Milo. Anyway, I was saying, what is your current captain pick for 29? What are you going with? Because I'm going with Maddison or Matoma, I think. I'm not really keen on Rashford as a pick. I think he will score a goal in those games. I just don't think he'll score a goal in both of the games. And as much as a United fan, I just don't think we're playing phenomenal football. I really don't. So I'll probably captain Maddison, as I think it's a good rank pusher, Maddison. And I think he could return in both those games. But it's kind of hoping he returns. That's the problem. Where Matoma, again, equally, he's got Brentford, so he's not guaranteed to return versus Brentford. You're going Rashford. Everyone's going to go Rashford as template. I really like Maddison. I feel like Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, for me, Maddison's going to get a goal in the Crystal Palace game and an assist, and he's going to return in the Villa game. I think Maddison is a very good captain pick this week. I'm tempted to why you're not considering Maddison, though, because Maddison's on penalties, he's on free kicks, you know, he's Leicester's best player, he's been creating amazing chances on goals and assists. I don't think Maddison is a risky one, though. I don't think he's a risky one. I feel only Maddison's differential enough. No. I don't think Maddison's differential. Not really. For me, I see differential as someone who's below 5% owned, where Maddison's on 9.5. Obviously, Rashford is 53%, so top spot in my mini league. I'm not feeling the Rashford captaincy, you know. I'm not feeling it. I might even be tempted to go McAllister. I don't think it's a bold move. I just don't think it is. It's really tough, though, to decide what you're going with. It really is. To be honest, I'd be tempted to go, thinking about it, Alisson. I know he's got harder fixtures, but I do like Alisson. Just post double and 31. Yeah, it seems right to me. Tough decisions, eh? Tough decisions. I don't know whether to take Rico Henry at the -4, because I know he's going to minimum get 4. Which means the -4 isn't really worth 4, because I would have had 4 anyway and lost 4, but then if someone like scores him, but I probably won't do it. It is a tough one. I don't really think it would pay off, to be honest. I don't really think I really want to take a hit this week unless it's for Haaland. That's the only real hit I'm considering. Unless Rashford gets injured, then it'll go to Salah for a hit. Well, that is it. I don't know. I just think Maddison. When I get a gut feeling like this, I stick with it, because any time I've changed my things last minute, I had a gut feeling I was going to captain Salah versus us. Didn't do it, and he got a 21 pointer. Message retracted. Why is your message being retracted? What did you just write? I didn't even see what you wrote. Write what you wrote again, because it's been retracted for some reason. It's being demented. That's YouTube for you. Sometimes it can be gayly demented. We'll solve the Rubik's Cube while chatting, eh? Do you realise Rashford's got a knock critique? He'll be fine for the Man United games in 29, but you do realise he's got a knock. Sent the wrong emoji. I don't think I will. Honestly, even as a United fan, I feel Rashford's really template. I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. I just think Maddison, man, for me, Maddison's just so appealing. I just think he is due that 15-point haul. And I think it is a captaincy pick for me that will pay off. Big time. Getting that captaincy pick right this week is really hard because you've got so many good players to captain. Like, I've got March, Matoma, McAllister, Rashford, Maddison. You know, so many good picks, all in their own right. And Maddison, McAllister are on penalties, which can slightly edge it for me. The penalties always slightly edges it, as I think Maddison's just got easier fixtures than Rashford. I don't consider Newcastle an easy fixture for us. I don't consider Brentford an easy fixture for us. Do I think there's guaranteed goals for Rashford in either of those games? No. Do I think he'll get one goal? Yes. Do I think Maddison will get bigger returns? Yes, I do. That is where I'm at. And that's why I think I'm just going to go with the balls. Go with the ballsy decision and just freaking whack it on Maddison and pray and hope that Rashford does frick all. Yeah, no, it is a hard one though. It is a really hard one. Oh, there we go. Oh, is Fabio in by any chance? I think, from what I'm seeing on Discord, Fabio might be in there now. If so, hello Fabio, if you are here. If not, then I'm just saying hello to no one. You've missed my rant if you are in here today, Fabio. You've missed my rant. I've already had my rant today. I've already had my rant. Slay was very happy with my rant. Slay loves hearing me rant about how crap of a week it is. There we go. We've got 3 sides of the Rubik's Cube. There we go. There's 4. All done. Yeah, no. I'm torn this week. I'm curiosity actually. What would I'm just curious. Obviously, I haven't got my triple captain, but let's just say I triple captain Maddison. It would still be tipped at 122. What happens if I triple captain Rashford? Okay, let's triple captain Tony, McAllister, Toma. So it does favour Maddison as a differential. Fair enough. And there's just a 2-point difference, and I just don't think it's. I don't think it's that far apart. I think it's very close, and I think 140 points for me predicted is fine. Why is it just? I don't understand why it's took me down. I should have like 8.1 money, but okay. It might be because Pope's probably gone up in price. Pope I'll probably just bring in because Pope will play for Newcastle. He's not injured. He's not. Any questions you'd like to ask us? Yeah, I was saying earlier, if you boys want to. I haven't been able to make a poll, so if everyone makes up, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll write this in chat. Give me a minute. And then I'll put 3 captain. Oh wait, I need to do Rashford as well, and put the emoji in the chat for whichever one you're captaining. We'll do that. I've just picked random emojis. I haven't bothered what the emojis are. So there's an emoji for Haaland, emoji for Salah, emoji for Maddison, and emoji for Rashford. put your emojis in the chat for which one you're captain, and then we'll tally them up and see which one's the most favourite captain when everyone's in a. Which I already know Pratik's gone Rashford, but once slaying. Hold on. We're doing like a cat's bowl. I know you're captain in that Pratik, and then once Slay and Fabio are back from their stuff, whatever they're doing, then we'll do the rest of the captaincy poll. Right, while you're here, Pratik, we'll go on about a game week 30 onwards. We're going about game week 29 onwards. Sorry. We'll show you why I'm not going Isaac momentarily. Okay. Right, so Kane comes in for McAllister. Then Tony goes to Haaland. Captain Haaland. Did do 62 that week. Happy with Matoma. Happy with March or McAllister. Either one will probably play. Happy with them. Happy with the double up on the Newcastle. Haaland McKinley just 3.7 million. We're going into game week 31. This is the double week, so you're going to get tripled up on. You're going to get tripled up on because you double in. Maddison's going to get benched. Henry's going to play instead of Cash. And I will also probably just. Don't want to play Watkins? Probably play Watkins, yeah. And these double anyway. These double. Kane. I mean, I could play Raya, but because these double anyway and I'm playing one, I'm happy with that. I'll probably just run that, or I could run Maddison instead of Watkins. If I think Maddison will get a return versus City, but I don't think Maddison gets a return versus City, so that'll be the game week. But I will captain Matoma as he's got a double for 31. I go to 32. Obviously, this is the blank, so triple Brighton blank, Rashford, Haaland, and Chilwell blank. So essentially, I'm in the crap here. You want to word it that way? As Chilwell's going to have to go because he's blanking, and the only one I really think to bring in is Gabriel. And I've got pretty much Brentford versus Villa, but I'll have to suck that up. One of them is going to get a clean sheet, and Watson might get a return. And then probably just sell Botman off and bring in who's got great weeks long term. I'll bring in Zinchenko. Bring in Zinchenko for Botman. Run that. I'm going this week. The reason I brought in double Arsenal defenders is, one, I can play triple Brighton midfield because they've got a crap team. I can play Haaland instead of one of them if I feel like it, actually, so probably bench March or McAllister, whichever one I feel. Probably McAllister, to be honest, because I don't get many penalties and I prefer McAllister. And that's fine for 33. Then this week I'll probably just sell or stick with Rico Henry. Yeah, probably just play Rico Henry or play Gabriel or Zinchenko and see what they get. Probably play Zinchenko as he has good attack and threat and he could get something versus City. And our captain Erling Haaland. I'm going to 31. This is where it gets really, really big for me. I've got quite a few double players this week. And also, I'll sell Cash to Luke Shaw. Cash to Luke Shaw. And then Maddison will get shifted off. And Bruno Fernandes will get bought in. And then I'll also be playing you over. And then I'll captain Rashford. In fact, no, I'll captain Haaland because Haaland was 34 and all. And that's probably what I'll do for that week. As that week, me, without even a bench boost, I'm at 117 points. That's a great week. Then going into 35, I still like the triple Man United. I don't mind triple Man United. I can bench one of these again for Everton. Play Zinchenko here. Play Gabriel here. And look to bring in, probably just play Raya versus Liverpool and see how badly it goes. As for me, I feel Arsenal could keep a clean sheet versus Newcastle. So I'd hold the transfer and go into the next week. In fact, yeah. Yeah, because I don't mind those two for that week, yeah. And then 36, I know I'd like triple Brighton, obviously midfield, but there only something really I want to hold. That's the point, 34 actually. Hold on. What transfers? And yeah, Shaw and Fernandes in. Yeah, no, I won't bother getting Ings in then. I think I could probably get away with. I played Trippier, won't I, this week? I just thought I'm going to play. Why am I playing my right midfield for one? And then I can probably just play you versus one that instead of one of my right midfielders, play Matoma. Or probably double up on the What's-It instead of doubling up on the Arsenal back line. The attack's quite good, but with Arsenal, with Tottenham's defence, probably afford to play you and all. Arsenal are terrible with clean sheets. Yeah. I don't know. I like Gabriel Zinchenko. I think the attack and out threat, and I think there is some easy teams for you. Like Nottingham Forest, for me, that's a guaranteed clean sheet. And then this is a week where I can bring in Jesus. What it is though is I will have to bench Harry Kane this week. I just think Kane versus Brentford or Jesus versus Forest, I prefer Jesus. And I think that's probably a better lineup for me. Or I keep Watkins, add him in. Do Kane to probably Nunes actually. Yeah, Nunes. Darwin. Because Darwin has a double week that week and Captain Rashford. Mind you, Haaland a double anyway, yeah. Do that. Go into 38. Mind you, yeah, I could still have. I probably fancy Bruno Fernandes. I could go into a. I don't know if I like Saka over one of them because of Matoma this week for Forest. I think it might be worth me going like McAllister out, even though he doubles for Saka, sorry, but I'm going to do that again this week. This is where I like to have T3 transfers because, yeah. So Pope out. I'd say Alisson in. Play Trippier over. Well, no, actually, I don't mind playing the triple up. Probably just sell you. Bring in Jesus for last week. Bench Callister and Captain Ireland or bench Fernandes or something. Probably not bench Fernandes actually, no. And bench McAllister because I still like having a Liverpool asset. That'll probably be my end on week. And there might be a hit in there somewhere. Ugh. Anyway, boys, I think we're going to hang it up there, lads. I've had an amazing stream. I'll see you boys in the Discord, and I hope you boys have an amazing day. I'll speak to you, Pratik, and everyone else in the Discord. And yeah, no, we'll have a little break, for today. We should be live tomorrow. If not, we'll be live Wednesday. And yeah, hope everyone has an amazing day. I hope your FPL season's going great. And yeah, we'll talk more soon.